Mwah. It is your witchy friend Grace from Small World's Big Adventures with a little Spooktober announcement before a review of the heart-stopping board game Pandemic Reign of Cthulhu. This week and next week, we will be giving away a game from our personal collection. This week's game is Forbidden Island, a razor-edge cooperative game about hunting for treasures on a seeking island. To qualify, you must live in the United States and comment on at least one video this week, October 15th through the 21st. We'll then randomly choose a winner from the comments. Also, everyone who comments throughout the month, the 1st through the 30th, will be entered for a brand new copy of Horrified, a maddening cooperative board game with iconic monsters. We'll announce the winner by commenting on one of the person's comments and announce on each Sunday's video who has won. The more videos you comment on, the greater chance you have to win, so let us know your thoughts on each game.
Hi, I'm Gracie, and this is Scott with Small World's Big Adventures, growing community through gaming. And today, we're going to review Pandemic, Reign of Cthulhu.
Pandemic, Reign of Cthulhu is for 2 to 4 players. It plays in 40 plus minutes. It's $50 on Amazon. Setup, takedown is about 15 to 20 minutes, a little on the long side. It plays a lot like Pandemic. You've got a map of, well, in this case, a map of Arkham, 4 different cities, I believe. Arkham, Innsmouth, and a couple others. And cultists are popping up all over the place, trying to summon big monsters who then advance towards portals that then help you lose the game. You're trying to stop them.
That's right. There are Cthulhu, the whole H.P. Lovecraft world is a very popular world. And there's lots of games built around it, but I'm curious what your favorite Cthulhu themed game is. Mine is probably, my favorite Cthulhu themed game is Elder Sign. What about you?
Arkham Horror.
Yeah. Go ahead, drop what you like down below, or if you just hate Cthulhu and all of its mythos, let's hear about that too. When we rate games, we rate them on a 5-point scale from terrible, bad, mixed, good, up to excellent. And to kick us off, we're going to talk about player agency. I said player agency is mixed. You do have actions you can take, but because of the dynamics of the game, you're also very limited because stuff builds up so quickly. But you said bad.
Yeah, I said bad. This is real similar, and rightly so, to Pandemic.
Yeah.
Where everything is getting worse real fast, and while in theory you have plenty of things you could do, you generally only have one right thing you can do on your turn, especially once you're just a few turns in. And if you don't do that right thing, there's a really good chance you're going to lose the game.
And to my recollection, I'm not sure we've ever won the game.
No, I don't think we have either.
We've played it a few times, yeah, and we've gotten close. Mechanics-wise, what did you think?
I thought the mechanics are good. Again, it's a Pandemic game. It's really similar to the original Pandemic with a number of changes. And in this case, I think changes slightly for the better. It's not quite as unforgiving as Pandemic is, but it's still pretty unforgiving. It's workable mechanics-wise as far as creating these cults that kind of build up and then explode into these monsters that then get to the portal and do the stuff, and the humans have special abilities to help them try and stop that. And it all pretty much works.
Yeah, no, I agree. I think, and I also said the mechanics were good. As far as like how you play the game, it works really well. More or less, you can wipe out all the cultists in one area if you happen to be there. You know, there's different, abilities that you can do. I think the one cumbersome component of mechanics is the travel can be so painfully slow if you're trying to hold on to cards.
Yeah.
And so, like, if a bunch of cultists pop up all the way across on the other side of the map and you don't have a card to travel, or something like that, then you just may run out of time and can't get there.
Yep.
Components wise, we both said good.
Yeah, they're good. You got little figures for the cultists. You got little figures for the monsters. They all look decent.
Yeah, the artwork very solid, like H.P. Lovecraft mythos. Very, I mean, pretty but haunting. So yeah, also said good. And then theming, you said good.
Yeah, that's also good. It's Lovecraft and it's using bits and pieces from that mythos, but it's more about these cults that spring up and then summon a monster and destroy the world, and it works for what the theme is.
Yeah, I thought theming was excellent. Kind of for the exact same reasons you just listed, but like the overall thought of like cults slowly grow, and then assuming that the mythos is true, they're able to summon their earth-destroying god. And then like the more that happens, then eventually you just run out of time, and Cthulhu eats you. So, and the way the cards play and the art and the components, they all like I think feeds in there. So like there's nothing I would have asked more of given the theme. So enjoyability.
Bad.
Yeah.
I don't like pandemic games. They tend to be on a razor's edge so much that there's basically no player agency. We had to stop not a game of this, but a different game a little while back and say, hey, you can't just have one person dominate what everybody needs to do. The problem is like, yeah, that's true, and it can help make it unenjoyable. But again, if somebody doesn't do the exact one thing that they need to do on their turn, then your whole team probably loses. And that's what these games basically are. And I don't like that. A lot of it just comes down to the agency, and there just basically isn't any. That's pretty much it. It just, the pandemic games I've played are basically like that. We played another game, the Forbidden Island is like that, where you just, while you have in theory options, things you can do, if you choose the wrong one, then
it's just over.
You're over, and I just don't like games like that.
Yeah, I said mixed, and I think it comes down to is like, for me, the whole Arkham world, the mythos around Cthulhu, and all, like it's just an enjoyable theme to me. But again, I've never won, and there is just like this defeatist feeling at the end that you come so close only to get swallowed. You know what I mean? So like if I could win a game, that would probably make it, good for me. But the whole aspect of it being so razor edge makes it mixed. The theming is lovely though.
Yeah. I guess going into our final thoughts, my counter to that would be I can introduce you to Arkham Horror, which is another game which is not easy to win, but you have a number of options on your turns that isn't generally there's only one right one. You can usually do a number of things, and all of them will help in some fashion. It's still a hard game that you can easily lose, but also it's a game that I've won a number of times. And in my opinion, the theming is better as far as how those games go. It just, if I'm going to play a game, especially if I'm looking for like a H.P. Lovecraft mythos type game, there are better options out there. Again, this one is better than Pandemic. It's not quite as mean as Pandemic is, but it's still up there. It's still a tricky one.
Yeah, no. And I absolutely agree with you. Like, if you lined up all the Arkham Horror games, all the like H.P. Lovecraft mythos games, they'd probably be at the bottom as far as like ones I'd want to play. But if someone brought this out at a party, I wouldn't be like, God,
yeah,
like,
fair.
But I do think if you're not someone who, likes or enjoys like the anxiety of will you or won't you win, this is not a game for you. No. If you are kind of okay forever losing and just like a good romp with some cults and monsters, then you're probably going to enjoy this just fine. But like Scott said, if this is the only H.P. Lovecraft themed game you have been exposed to, we got others, better ones.
Yep.
So yeah, those are kind of like my final thoughts. If you happen to like Pandemic.
Yeah, if you like Pandemic and you like a horror theme or a H.P. Lovecraft theme, try this out. You'll probably really like it.
And similar with Arkham Horror, if you like the H.P. Lovecraft mythos, it's a good chance you'll at least enjoy this a little bit.
Yeah.
And then if you like those razor edge decisions like Pandemic, Forbidden Island may also, or if you like Forbidden Island, this may also be a game for you.
Yeah.
If you thought our review was intriguing or not horrifying, or you don't want us to just die at the hands of Cthulhu, you can go ahead and hit the like button. If you want to see more reviews, walkthroughs, gamekeeper tips, go ahead and hit subscribe. And if you hit the notification bell, next time we upload a video, you'll get notified. But if there's nothing else, we'll see you next time.